But we do need to get to our next guests, and you've just been hearing them say things like understandable and who was that. So you are chomping at the bit to hear exactly who these guys are.
I'm sure.
Please welcome to the show Still Tantin and Bill Rantin.
Hey, how are you, Still Tantin?
And Bill Rantin of Tantin and Rantin.
How are you guys?
Tantin and Rantin, that is what, a company or a what
It's
is
definitely
that?
a business.
It's definitely a business.
It's true.
So that is true?
Yeah, it is definitely the Tantin and Rantin.
Tantin and Rantin.
Yeah, we're a business.
We take industrial waste
Okay.
and we repackage it as
Those yummy little fruit roll-ups you're eating all the time.
Well,
you like fruit roll-ups, right?
Right?
I love fruit roll-ups. I mean, there's not a day goes by that I'm like, hit me with a roll-up.
Hit me with a roll-up.
Dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun. I said, oh,
Hit me with a roll-up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hit me with a roll-up. Fire away.
Tantin and Rantin.
Oh, that is your jingle.
Yes.
Amazing. So you guys take industrial waste. What is in industrial waste exactly?
Excrement, scabs.
Scabs.
Scabs, excrement, blood, scabs.
Are people throwing away scabs and then those get separated from the real trash?
Nuclear offshoot. Brown water, gray water, black
Brown
water,
rice, regular
Brown
rice. Yeah.
quinoa,
Quinoa's industrial
whey
waste.
protein.
Really?
Yeah, bile.
I mean, I don't enjoy eating it, so I'm not surprised, honestly.
Well,
but-
you'll enjoy it after we get it through. There's a process we do.
So I know hot dogs are taken from all kinds of things, all parts of the, pig's
Sure,
anuses and all
sure.
sorts of stuff. So you're saying that's
Sure.
the process for fruit roll-ups?
Oh, you ever see the movie Snowpiercer?
Yeah, I saw Snowpiercer,
You
of
know,
course.
they take all that waste and they kind of make those bars for everybody to
Sure, yeah, protein bars, yeah. Wait, you sound like you're falling asleep. What is going on here?
Sorry, I had a long
You have
night.
been.
Still had a really
We had a
long
long
night.
night.
You're
I
like
had
the
a long
leaning
night.
tower of Pisa. You're just like, or you're like this one guy I saw in this video where he was wearing like a white gangster suit and he kept leaning.
Oh,
and he
you're
kept
talking about Dirty Diana? Or you're talking about Smooth Criminal,
he
maybe?
was talking about
Michael Jackson's Smooth
a criminal or something like that.
I had a
yeah.
long night. I shouldn't even say it. I had a long night last night.
Oh, well.
What were you doing?
Come on, don't. Come on, Bill, don't.
No, he should say it. It's
Please say, what were you doing last night?
I was dancing.
You were dancing.
Yeah.
Wow. All night?
All night long, yeah. One of my things that I like to do to get out my powers is dance.
Powers.
still has been blessed
Oh, thank you,
with
Bill.
the power to bring fire from his fingertips
Yeah, that's me.
and anus.
Oh, there it goes.
And
Those
some
two
of the
things are not opposite, by the way. I would think it would be the mouth and the anus. Maybe it would make more sense, but it's
Oh,
the fingertips
God
and
works
the
in
anus.
mysterious ways.
It's
I
true.
guess.
Really?
And in order to get the power out, in order to get that poison out, he's got to dance the night away.
I have
And so we have, we frequent many dance halls in
You
Los
go
Angeles.
together, really.
We
Well,
love it,
he needs
yeah.
a sponsor because he has to be just high out of his goddamn
I
mind.
gotta be fuckty-ducktied, or
Cocaine.
or that fire goes crazy.
So you're not a sponsor like in the traditional sponsor sense.
no,
You're
opposite.
supplying him.
I've got to keep him fed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a sponsor, so it's like the finger to the asshole.
Right.
I
it's-
wouldn't dare because I don't want to get burned.
Nice. But by the way, it's not just me. I mean, Bill has powers as well.
You have powers as well?
Bill has the ability.
Ability.
Nice, that's funny.
That's funny.
That's
well,
funny.
very good.
Thank you.
No
very
one's ever
much.
said that to you before? No one has ever
Never
made...
in my damn life.
And how old are you?
I'm 45 and loving it.
You love it.
Bill has the ability to make anybody tell the truth. He's like a truth serum.
Oh,
to
I wish he
anybody.
was here on our last segment. We had this, I think it was a mouse, but I don't even know.
That's weird. We wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course you don't.
Like, what a weird sentence to say to two
Yeah,
people
of course you
just
don't
met.
understand. No, I mean, please.
Do you have a bed I could lie down on?
No, of course. I mean, what do you think? There's like a Murphy bed here in the wall? There's not, there's not
Great.
That'd be fantastic.
there is not one.
2 Murphy beds, please.
You can't order Murphy beds.
Do you have any pillows for me and Bill?
You can't just order things. This is not
Sir,
like a
may I
hotel.
have one billow for Bill?
Have you heard that one before in your 45 years?
Never in my life, and I'm loving every minute of it.
So you have the ability to make anyone tell the truth.
Yes.
And still you have the ability to shoot
Fire
fire.
out of my ass and fingers, yes.
Yeah, and which do you prefer? Does it come...
Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
this is funny. We were not
This is
sure of
funny.
that for years until one time
Tell 'em, Bill.
in Nassau.
Not at NASA.
No, Nassau County.
Nassau, Nassau, the Bahamas.
Nassau,
it was
right,
at
Bahamas.
Atlantis, the casino
Oh, okay.
resort.
Right.
And we were going down the water slide.
Oh,
there.
so fun. Have you ever been there?
I've never been... Please stop yawning
it's
into the
good,
mic. This
yeah.
is... And try to speed up your talking. I think that maybe that'll help you with the...
Maybe we'll tell the story.
Well, we were going down the water slide, and here I was.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be the first podcast that puts people to sleep.
Keep going, Bill.
We were going together, you see, and I grabbed him. I said, oh, "My God, still,
yeah.
you want to shoot fire
shoot
out of
fire
your
out of your
ass?"
ass.
And
You
then
want
as
to?
soon as you
As soon
did,
as I did, yeah.
I said that you
said
shot
that,
fire
and I
out
shot
of
fire
his
out of my
ass.
So he made me almost. He willed it to happen.
And he boiled up all the water, and then
Yeah.
all the other kids behind us
Oh, no.
squeaked to a stop,
Yeah.
clogged up the water slide,
Yeah.
and had to be cut out of it.
Oh, thank God they're okay. I thought you were going to say they all boiled to death.
They were
but-
trapped.
They were
for
trapped
years.
for years.
years.
Now they're grown-ups and they have a story to tell. There's a special on Netflix you can watch about it.
Oh, okay.
Called Boiled Alive, but still kicking.
Wow. And so you sort of triggered his mutant powers,
I
or
don't
did
no,
you
no, I
did you
just
give
sense it.
him?
No, don't be so silly. I just speak the truth.
So anything you say happens. Maybe it's not truth. It's just you actually
Maybe,
are.
try something.
No,
See, Bill, go.
I just said that's what you wanted to do, and then he did. That's,
did,
That's up to
yeah.
him.
So say something else that.
Say something to Scott. Come on, Bill. Do your thing.
Oh, you want to donate to the Trump campaign.
Well, of course I do. I mean,
Oh, Scott, you just got billed.
that's what you call it.
You've been billed. You've been billed.
You've
Now
been
pay
billed.
up.
Now pay up.
Can I sign up for electronic billing?
That's a funny thing. Have you ever heard that before?
Never in my days, and I'm having the time of it in my life.
So you are just altering reality with anything you say. You're like that kid in the cornfield.
He's like the kid in the cornfield.
I'm not familiar.
Not Stuart Cornfeld.
Oh, not Stuart Cornfeld?
No,
the Red
no.
Hour Productions?
No, of course not. You're like the kid in the Twilight Zone who just like wills things into being. I guess Bill is short for will, so.
Have you ever heard that?
Never in my life, and I'm having a great time.
Well, I guess he does have the power to make things happen through the truth.
So you don't really. I mean, you have powers, but they're. It's not.
Sorry, my tea was getting cold. You were saying?
You blew up the entire.
Well, now who cares? You know what I mean? What
Yeah,
are we
that's
not
a good
going to
point.
hear? Who that
I
got played?
suppose it was a little far-fetched that we take industrial waste and turn it into fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, I was going to say some of those ingredients don't sound like they would belong in a fruit roll-up, but you're.
Well, I do have a habit of going to the swirling cesspools of industrial waste and saying, I think you want to be a fruit roll-up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then-
maybe that's what does it.
How long have you had these abilities, Bill?
Oh, well, as long as I can remember, and I'm 45 and loving every goddamn
You're having
minute
a
of it.
great time. I'll tell you, Bill has been living his life in such a beautiful way lately.
How? What's different?
Tell
about your
him.
life?
How beautiful was it? That's what I
Oh,
was
I'm
looking
sorry. How
for.
beautiful was it?
It's so beautiful that guy, after almost winning the Oscar, walked over everybody.
Roberto Benigni?
Thank you, Bill.
He did win the Oscar.
Life is beautiful.
You
yeah, he
think he
did.
didn't win the Oscar and he walked over
Yeah,
everybody?
what I remember is that
That
he
would be
didn't win
rude.
the Oscar and he walked over everybody. He goes, "Well, I gave it to my bestest shot."
Oh, if only my friend Ben were here, he could text Billy.
Billy who?
Oh, never mind.
Billy Crystal.
So, do you know Billy Crystal?
I don't know him, but
Billy Crystal is a person who makes all the champagne, the Cristal champagne in the world.
okay. I know Billy Moet.
Do you want us to bring him in?
Oh yeah, please.
Hey, what's going on, Billy Crystal?
I don't like him. Go,
All right,
go.
here I am, still again.
So where do you hail from, Bill?
I hail from Vermont, home of the cheddar, baby. That's why I'm making it. Money-wise.
I understand. Thank you. It was a long walk to get there, but you
When we
really
got there,
pulled it
was
off at
worth
the
it.
end.
God damn it, is he living a great life?
Oh, Jesus. Not looking back, I'll tell you that
Doesn't have
and
to.
you remember your childhood and everything?
much. Of course. Well, I suppose there could have been one instance.
Oh, Bill, don't do this.
Well, he wants to know, and
You're
I'm
bringing up stuff he doesn't need to bring up.
Look, I mean, if it's painful for you, certainly you may want to bottle it up, but I would love to hear it.
I typically like to look forward and not back because I'm loving every goddamn minute.
Sure, it sounds like you're in the present, not really looking forward.
Yes.
What is forward?
If only my friend Thomas were here.
Thomas
Damn it.
who?
Middleditch.
Thomas Hiddleston?
Yeah. Oh,
Can
if
we
only
bring
he were
Thomas
my
Hiddleston
friend.
in?
Oh, I would love that.
Thomas Hiddleston, are you here?
Hello, I'm Thomas Hiddleston.
Hey, Thomas.
I saw you on Broadway.
Oh, not familiar.
All right, goodbye.
That was a cool guy.
What a cool guy.
Not aware of his own work.
Loki.
Tell me what happened in your childhood. There was one instance, you say?
Well, I suppose this might have something to do with it. I was on a swing.
Please, the reviews are in. Please.
Sorry,
Stop,
we're tired.
you are the one
You're
who's tired. Don't bring
I got
Bill
my
into
40
this.
winks because I won't function without them.
Yeah,
You
he's
only
living
sleep
his
40
best
weeks?
life.
You know what? I was on a swing set. I was about 5 at the
I can't believe he's
time.
telling you this.
And I was going swinging back and swinging forth. And
Sure, typical swing behavior.
My father was saying, "How high do you want to go?" I said, "As high as you can."
He was pushing you or he was coaching you?
He was coaching me. He said, "Out with your legs now, in with your legs now, out with your legs."
How
in
high
with
do you
your
want to
legs."
go?
And how high do you want to go? I said, "As high as I can." He said, "Out with the legs, in with the legs." And so out I went, and out I went of the swing.
You
And I flew
hurled out of the
up
swing.
and up, and I went past the clouds, and I went out of the atmosphere.
What?
I went past the moon.
Past the moon?
Lo and behold, I was circling around the sun.
You were in orbit along with
and I
the
might
Earth?
as well be walking on the sun.
Wait a minute. Are you a Smash Mouth fan?
And the massive doses, you have to understand, of gammas
Sure,
and betas
sure.
and ultras and radies
And
Any
nucleus.
and the alphas and the
Omegas.
and the Charlies.
Zetas?
And the Zetas and the
Deltas.
Golfs. The gammas. Anyway, gamma, gamma B. That's a play on the
WWW.
Yeah, I thought you were like going into the Ramon song.
I
Gamma,
thought you were
gamma.
doing a Revenge of the Nerds thing, but you were doing WWW.
Yes. Anyhow, I was absolutely blasted.
He was.
I came back red as a baboon spot, landed back in the swing.
You landed in the swing. That's the most amazing part of this. Not the flying up
Really? Not
into
flying
orbit.
across the
No, that I all
world?
understand. But the pinpoint accuracy
And
to land.
you know, my father, insensitive as he was, he just right back at it and pull those legs.
Really?
Push those legs.
He didn't comment upon your appearance,
Not
your hue.
Because you were as red as a baboon's butt.
My mother would have, but she had died at the time.
what happened to her?
She couldn't stand the radiation bleed from my own body.
Wait, she died when you landed.
It's true.
She took the hit, basically. She took all the bad from you.
So, if anyone was in like sort of a circumference around you, they
Yes.
would really.
So
but your
I
father
s-
was unaffected.
He died later. Sadly, I have to live with the fact that I killed my own parents.
Oh, so he was far enough away that he didn't get it
Yes, my
instantaneously.
mother was in the swing next to me,
Oh,
so it's a matter of feet.
what a terrible, terrible story.
Anyway,
How were you raised then? Who raised you?
my dear friend still.
So that's where I
He
came
was a
in.
year ahead of me. and he-
Wait, you were 6 years old?
6 years old. And can I tell you that I went through my own turmoil, my parents?
Really? What happened to you?
Oh, my goodness. Well, my mom was very bad at making ramen, right?
you have to understand.
Doesn't sound equitable.
Well, let
here.
us finish, please.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to understand. This was the 70s.
And
A
ramen
lot of
was
ramen.
all the age. All the age.
Oh, sure.
Ramen was all the age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
My
Ramen
mom
is
was not
ageless.
good at that. And then my dad had this funny thing. Anytime he said a number, he'd go, "That's a funny number." So like I was just being devoured.
These don't sound like equitable problems.
Imagine
this. I mean, Bill, your parents died of radiation poisoning. Their
bad
skin
too.
bubbling
It's
in
bad
front of
too.
you.
It's yeah.
It's bad too, I
And
guess.
yours sounds slightly annoying
Well, imagine
occasionally.
someone going, "What number are you, sir?" And they go 2. Well,
What number? Why would anyone say what number are you?
Listen, you
have
got to
to
remember it's the
understand,
70s.
He was in a lot of queues.
A lot of
Oh, I see.
cues.
Okay, when you go to a
he loved
deli
go
or
to the
something?
yes, we went to the number
The
deli.
DELE?
The DELI.
L-I?
The notorious DELI. Anyway, so I saw Bill and I said, "What happened?" And, of course, you heard the story. He basically killed his family.
No, I heard, yeah. everything.
And they
you were 6 years old at the time.
I was 6 years young at the time. Yeah.
Right.
and you have to understand, they took me in.
I don't have to do anything.
Well, you
by the
have.
way.
We'd love you to
If
understand.
you could just
Okay,
for
thank
us
you.
understand.
Find it in your heart to understand.
Please find
This
a
is
way
better
to just
phrasing. I
understand.
appreciate
Yeah,
this.
No, you have to.
They took me in, and they said, from this moment forward, don't look back. And it's been 45 years, and
you
I'm
have
loving
not.
every minute.
So you lived with his parents then?
Yes, my fucking
Okay,
terrible parents.
they raised you, not
Well,
still.
no.
over-
Let us finish.
well, they
please.
still had to keep me as a secret.
That was yes.
Oh, you were a
the
secret
monster
brother.
under the stairs, if you will.
You have to understand, for about 22 years,
have
I
to
was
understand.
completely
Again,
hairless.
Just
Yes.
ask me to
I was-
understand
No, you must. You
we'd
must
really-
understand, please.
We invite you to understand
that you were hairless.
We're
That I was
cordially
I would love
inviting
to accept
you.
that invitation.
that I was absolutely hairless.
No hair.
And before you...
This is due to the rays up in the
due to
space.
the rays,
yeah,
and I
the
was
sun.
red as
Walking
a...
on the sun.
Oh, great jam.
I was red as a dog's dick.
Oh my God, couldn't be more.
Did that never faded? You were red and hairless.
Well, come 22 years, as we all know,
Of course. Now we're in 1990s.
that's
when a young boy hits 22.
that's Half-Life, and I
So
grew
wait,
my
you were
hair.
27 at the time, meaning 22 plus 5?
Correct.
Got it.
Oh boy, you're sounding like his father.
Oh God, Jesus, with the numbers.
That's a funny number.
What are you talking about? That's what my dad does.
He's
Do you have a bed I can bring in here?
No, this is not a bed store.
The trouble
it's not
with
a
his
hotel.
father is he was a CPA.
I was a CPA. He was an accountant.
So it was on and
all
on.
the time. That's a funny number.
So he worked with numbers all day, and yet a number would pop up that he hadn't seen in
imagine
a
this.
while or he'd
Imagine
never
if you
seen.
could- imagine if you could just be with your favorite comedian all day and night, and that just makes you laugh. That's what it was like for numbers for him. You'd see a number and be like,
He
"That's
would
a
just
funny
think they
number."
were funny. What
It's like
was
watching
the
Chris
shape
Rock all the time?
Was
It's
it
like watching?
the what it was divisible by? What was
matters
funny
what
about
number?
it?
The 8 is a very funny number. He would.
I mean, it
tell
looks
me.
like a snowman.
Well, tell me.
What you need to understand here, Scott.
No,
Please, again.
What you
please, if you'd be
we
so
beg
kind, we beg
for you to
to.
understand.
Beg my
We're
indulgence.
on our
certainly.
knees. We're on our knees.
is that Still's father was hit in the head severely by
Yeah.
a bear's paw.
Yeah.
How hard? I mean, a bear when it takes a swipe at
Hard.
you. So it wasn't the claws. It was just the
paw.
force.
It was
of
the soft
impact.
part in between the sharp parts.
The bear didn't swipe at him. No,
No.
he was in an accident
swipe
where
left?
his head collided with the bear's
Yeah,
paw.
he got into an accident.
So it was a stationary paw.
That's a stationary paw. Yeah, the bear was actually waving at us.
So it was waving.
Yeah.
The accident, the force of the accident hurled him what through a car window.
Well, no, what had happened was I do this.
Don't get
prank.
ahead of yourself. Scott.
Please stop. Take it down a notch, Scott.
I will take it down a notch, but not because you asked me.
That's funny. So for
We
me,
would be delighted if you
if you
understood.
could, if that's all right. For me, I had tied my daddy's sneakies together because I was a
Okay.
rambunctious little kid.
Okay.
And he went to step, and when he went to step, he actually fell on a trampoline
So he took one step
and into a trampoline.
into a trampoline.
One of those big ones.
One of those big
You need-
trampolines.
you simply
Please,
you have
That
no.
would mean the most.
We need you to understand this
If you
part. of
can,
any-
please.
Then I'll give you one.
It's a large
Okay,
trampoline.
it's a large trampoline.
Right. I will understand that.
And my dad went bouncy and went right up into the air into the woods.
Now he landed though. He did not go into orbit, right?
Well, no, he went up into orbit around the sun.
He went into orbit too.
Yeah.
What was
around
going
the
on
sun.
in your hometown? Was
I
it
know,
the
the-
atmosphere?
Erie, Indiana.
You know what I mean?
It
If
was
you're-
Erie, Indiana.
Oh no,
you're
wait,
not
no,
Erie-
someplace in Vermont. as
Oh, yeah,
established.
Vermont. The
Erie,
cheese
Indiana,
state.
Vermont.
Oh, Erie,
Vermont
comma
teddy bears.
Indiana, comma Vermont.
No, Erie,
Erie,
Indiana,
Indiana,
comma,
comma,
Vermont.
Vermont.
Oh, got it,
The
got it.
city is called Erie, Indiana. I really wish you'd understand.
Erie. So it's how's it spelled?
EERIEYNDEANR.
Indiana. Erie, Indiana,
Yeah.
Vermont.
Vermont is VER.
So there's something going on with the gravity there.
Goes
It's a
around
Native
the sun,
American
of course.
town.
It's a Native American town. Goes around out for that trampoline. He comes back right next to the bear, but hits the trampoline again. Can you imagine?
No, the bear was right next to the
And I
trampoline
said,
and waving.
Dad,
The bear was waiting for his turn.
It was insane. And I go, Dad, you've done this 2 times. And he goes, that's a funny number. And went back up into the air.
no.
Twirled
Dad.
around, and then the bear tried to give him a high five. And
Oh, okay.
See what we were describing.
you
is
have
the
to
time
understand.
is the time simply when his father got collided with a bear.
Yeah.
How he got to where his brain was tickled by numbers is a completely different story.
Yeah,
Do you want to know that story?
I want to know that story.
He loved the Count on Sesame Street.
Oh, okay. I mean,
That's
that guy
a
is funny.
It just sunk into his brain as a child.
Loved into him.
Well, of course, I can imagine him becoming a CPA due to that.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, what? So you guys grew up together. You're best friends.
I raised him.
Your business partner. Well, yeah. I mean,
He's more like a father to me.
you were a hairless
You're
red.
more like a father to me, Billy Joel.
Billy Joel, one of our last guests, was talking about Billy Joel.
I wasn't here.
So you were hairless and red as a baboon's butt until
as a dick
27.
stick.
And meanwhile, your ersatz father over here, who's been raising you and keeping you secret, did your parents ever catch sight of him? Or?
No, I said it was just a little dog that needed a little bit of love.
So they saw him.
Well, they saw a red little hairless thing running around the basement, of course.
But what we implore you to understand
You must
here,
try your best to implore to understand.
is that once we were 18, we were as free as the driven snow.
Grown up.
You were free as the driven snow.
Yes.
And that's when we fully explored our true potentials.
Yes.
Okay, well, now you hit 18 before Bill over here
Yes, by
did.
1 year.
By
I was
1
18.
year.
I was a lost little boy. I wish someone could take care of me.
Did you keep it in check until he hit 18?
Well,
or
I
were
tried
you...
to be an adult, and I just couldn't do it by myself. And
Okay.
then Bill became 18 and said, now I'll take care of you like you took care of me.
At that time, his powers were maturing. He couldn't control.
So you had your
You have
powers.
to understand.
couldn't control when the fire came out, how much it
Thank
came out.
you.
And we deduced by a series of events, by a lemony snicket series of unfortunate events, that cocaine and
I
dancing
needed it. I needed
was
it.
the key.
Okay.
That's what Bill told me, at least. And I
Well,
trust
that's,
him.
I mean, you said it and willed it into existence, is what I
He
think.
built
I mean,
it into existence.
Yeah, sorry, build it into existence.
I was touching him and I said, my God, I think you need cocaine and a good cut the rug.
And we did it, and since then, things have been better.
so
They've been marvelous. We
you-
haven't looked back.
You got the powers when you were young, so there must have been like all sorts of escapades that happened when you were young. I mean, just like all kinds of things just going down. I mean, it sounds like I mean, you mentioned Lemony Snicket. I mean, it sounds like this could be a children's book series or something.
Whoa!
Have you ever thought about that? About
My God.
turning your adventures into
Tantin and Rantin?
So the log line.
Yeah, please.
Young boy gets thrown and orbited around the sun,
Sure.
gifted powers, and must use his gift to keep his best friend, who's a pyromancer, in check by dancing and snorting cocaine.
Is that what you're suggesting as a children's book?
Yes, that is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would fudge some of the details.
Your
for the
life
kids,
depends on you understanding this, Scott.
Okay.
See, this
Oh
is
shit!
what it's all up to.
Things are getting serious.
Yeah.
I think you have come up with perhaps your single greatest idea ever.
You finally did it,
Thank
Scott.
you. My God.
It took a while.
So you guys are. It took a while. So you guys are going to
It took a while.
walking on the sun.
So you would do us the great honor
Oh,
if Tantin
God.
and Rantin Publishing, because we do have a publishing.
You have a publishing arm?
We publish children's books.
Why? I don't know why you never thought of
Well,
let
I
him
think you
finish.
knew if you're going to come in at the end and pitch something
Of course.
Big
Don't be
Bang
solid.
Okay,
follows
I
that.
did a little bit of
You
research and knew
knew.
that you guys had a pod.
You knew.
Yes, well, if you'll come in next Tuesday and pitch to the board, we'd love it.
There's a board, really?
Yeah, an
So wait, you
actual
guys don't
board.
own?
We're the owners.
We're the
we
owners.
have a board.
We own a board.
This is a ceremonial thing.
Oh, yes.
God, you get in there, there's going to be all sorts of ceremonies.
What kind of ceremonies do you have in these board meetings?
It's very cloak and dagger. It's very hush-hush.
Can't find out
Okay.
until you pitch your first children's book.
You have to
very
become-
skull and bones.
You have to be a member
Okay. Wait. So you're gonna induct me into the membership?
if you've got what it takes.
What are you looking for?
Do you've got
Someone
what
who
it
can
takes?
keep a secret.
I don't know. I have a very popular podcast, and we talk about all sorts of weird stuff. It may come up at certain
Well, tell us your
points.
biggest secret now, then we'll know that you can keep
As
it.
long as it comes, doesn't matter which direction.
Come on, still Bill.
You said as
Still
long as
Bill.
it comes up. That was a little late.
I swallowed a hamster when I was 6.
What?
Is that how you have the gift of pitching incredible children's stories?
Wait, I have the gift of pitching
Is it
incredible.
the hamster that's really the
So
hero
what
here?
happened?
Let it talk.
The whole
Let it talk. Oh.
Hey, you'll never catch
catch me.
Oh my God!
Did you see that?
Was that the hamster?
That was the hamster. I always thought he was dead.
Oh, I never knew hamsters could talk.
I guess he's been in there for, let's see, I'm 29, so 23 years.
Oh, that's a funny number.
Well, Scott,
Yes.
just to clear it up,
yeah.
pitch me a children's story
Good.
now.
Now let's see if you have what it takes.
Okay, there's this piece of trash on the ground.
Okay.
You're nothing without your hamster.
You're terrible.
Shit!
Piece of
terrible.
trash.
I don't know.
It
Maybe
doesn't even
talks.
have cocaine in it.
I mean, it's
Does the trash dance?
no.
Then what are we talking about?
I don't know. I can't pitch these ideas. I'm too dumb.
You need your hamster.
I'm too dumb without him.
Oh God, you're becoming very dumb.
No, I'm dumb now.
Here's a
The
Rubik's
hamster
cube.
was
Try
smart.
to solve this Rubik's cube.
Oh, what are colors?
You just ate the Rubik's cube.
Oh,
no.
God, I'm dumb now.
Here's a-
looks like you need me after all.
Hey, hamster, get back in my
Better
belly.
get him, Scott.
Just like
get
Fat
out of it?
Bastard.
What do I get out of it?
Well, anything I eat is half yours.
Deal.
Oh, get in here. Oh, God, I'm back.
Pitch me a book.
All right.
Pitch me a book, making it nice.
Here we go.
But it about who's naughty or nice.
It's about a piece of rock.
Rockerman is pitching a book.
This is good. And this is all in the book. It's about a piece of rock cocaine that dances.
I love this
Sold.
fucking book.
Do we have a deal?
Next Tuesday,
Tantin and
come to the
Stan?
board,
baby.
get initiated.
Congratulations.
Skull and Bones. Okay, very good. Well, guys, we are running out of time here. We only have one final feature on the show, and that is a little something called plugs.
Scott bang bang, comedy bang bang, keep it bang bang, comedy bang bang, close it bang bang, comedy bang bang, short bang bang, comedy bang, comedy bang. Scott tells us nearly every episode we gotta keep our gloves in short.
Hey, that was short. That's Keep Dem Short by Italian ISIS.
Ooh.
All right. What?
ISIS or ICES?
The bad one. What do you guys want to plug? Still and Bill, you have anything to plug here?
Well, the only thing I can think of is we're a big fans of improv.
Okay, so this is some sort of a special.
It's just going to be great. I believe it comes the day after today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
On Netflix, Middleditch and Schwartz.
April 7th.
Middleditch and Schwartz.
3 episodes.
Three episodes,
You may
not a
see a
lot.
trailer for one, but there's going to be 3
Look,
of them.
it's shorter than The Irishman.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Our
know what
biggest
I mean?
pitch is that it's shorter than The Irish.
How long was
Consider
The Irishman?
this:
3 and
3
change?
hours and 45
It
minutes.
is
I believe.
shorter than the Irishman.
It is shorter than The Irish.
You know, so if you watch The Irishman, you have no excuse.
You could have watched 3 full different and by the way, each special is totally different. Nothing has anything
like
to do with
The
other one.
Irishman.
What?
Every minute of The Irishman is completely
It's completely different.
Mm.
At a certain point, to be fair, for 45 minutes in the middle, they just repeated the first 45 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
different. Not me. I'm 45 and I'm never looking back.
Okay. Well, you're not looking forward.
Well,
either.
you're living a great life.
I am. My skin's back to a non-red.
more of a pinkish kind of color.
Lightened up a little bit, still scarred.
So let's close up the old plug bag.
have to listen to another one right now?
You start with a C.
Oh, you play the
when you
Mandzukic one.
wanna close
I
it
almost
up.
successfully
You
killed myself.
lead with an L, and then you O.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
Open up the plug
No!
bag.
Don't open it up. Close it forever.
Take your hands and open it up.
Don't!
Then Horatio comes and then he just says.
What? Why is this part of it? This is awful. Shame on everyone involved. Oh, God. Make it stop. Can you make it stop? Just push a button. I'm looking right at you. Push the button, Brett.
He
Push
doesn't
the
have his
button.
pedals.
Push the button.
He doesn't have his pedals.
Push the button. Push the button.
All right. Well, Do you guys like that song?
Oh, I love
Little
it.
long.
A little long?
Hey, can I say something? I didn't
please.
mean to say that long form improv was going to play huge arenas. I was saying that
Oh,
just
You think it
Still.
won't?
you couldn't. Well, I'm just saying that you've never seen
Still.
anything really outside of smaller places. So we're
Okay.
trying to say that.
Still, just you're digging your own grave
I
here.
wasn't trying. You made it sound like Sorry.
No.
What did you want to say,
made
Bill?
it sound like
Yeah,
that.
you made it
I
sound
used
like
the
that.
wrong
Still,
words.
that's okay. Still, we all make mistakes.
Still
I mean,
Tantin after all these years.
that is true.
Oh.
Well, I want to thank our guests, the aforementioned Still Tantin after all these years, and Bill Rantin after 45 years.
And loving every minute.
You're loving every minute. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to our previous guests, Captain Littlemember, Squawks, and of course, Tommy Middleditch and Benny Schwa. We will see you next time.